She wore scrubs, she smiled for parents, and she held newborn babies with care. But behind the uniform and soft voice, Beverley Allitt was making decisions no one had the right to make. This is the true story of a woman trusted to heal, who chose to harm. Welcome to Last Words Lounge, where every whisper tells a deadly tale. She was known to be quiet, calm, and often the first to respond during emergencies. But those emergencies started happening far too often, and they were deadly. In 1991, Beverley Allitt was a 22-year-old nurse working at Grantham and Kesteven Hospital in Lincolnshire, England. She worked in the children's ward. Over the span of just 59 days, 13 children under Allitt's care experienced sudden, unexplained medical emergencies. She was sentenced to 13 life terms and remains in a secure psychiatric facility. 4 of them died. The rest suffered serious injuries, some with lasting effects. Others went into cardiac arrest with no warning. Doctors were baffled, and only one nurse had been present for all of them, Beverley. Some had high levels of insulin or potassium in their system. As suspicions grew, hospital staff reviewed records and ran tests. If a stranger offers you food or drink, even if they're a medical professional, always say no if you don't trust them. They found empty insulin vials, forged medical charts, and inconsistencies in Allitt's reports. Eventually, she was removed from the ward, and the deaths stopped. Whatever the cause, children trusted her, parents trusted her, and she betrayed them all. She betrayed their trust and caused their families unimaginable pain. When investigators confronted her, she denied everything, but the evidence and the pattern told a darker truth. Her actions were deliberate, calculated, and deeply disturbing. In court, Allitt was convicted of 4 murders, 3 attempted murders, and 6 counts of causing grievous bodily harm. And yet somehow she managed to evade suspicion for so long. The idea that someone would intentionally harm innocent children simply for attention is truly chilling. But giving it to someone without diabetes can cause a rapid drop in blood sugar, leading to confusion, seizures, and even death. Some experts believe she had Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a disorder where a caregiver causes harm to gain sympathy, attention, or control. Now it's time to play a game. What deadly choice do you think Nurse Allitt made? If you thought she gave some children insulin and not others, you'd be right. Insulin is a hormone that controls blood sugar levels. It's usually prescribed to people with diabetes. That's why it's important to remember this. And if you're ever suspicious about your own medication, always ask questions and check the labels. Beverley Allitt abused her position of power to harm vulnerable children. Subscribe for more softly spoken true stories, real, haunting, and never forgotten. Allitt's case is one of the most horrific examples of medical maltreatment in history. It is hard to imagine the level of manipulation and deception it took to carry out these attacks without being caught. The trial and conviction brought some closure to the families of the victims, but the scars of this tragedy will likely never fade. Allitt's motive remains unclear, adding another layer of complexity to this already disturbing case. Her actions raise questions about the mental health of medical professionals and the importance of rigorous background checks. Today, hospitals have implemented stricter protocols and monitoring systems to prevent such tragedies from happening again. Nurse Allitt's Zest case serves as a reminder of the importance of listening to our instincts and speaking up when we see something that doesn't seem right. Her story continues to haunt the medical community and serve as a cautionary tale of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of safeguarding the most vulnerable in our society. Allitt's crimes were so heinous that she became known as the Angel of Death. In the quiet town of Grantham, her actions shook a community and left an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of those who knew her. As we close this episode, let us remember the victims and their families and honor the courage of those who fought for justice. Let their stories serve as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope and resilience can prevail. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a comment below. Your support means the world to me. Until next time, stay safe and remember to trust your instincts. This has been Last Words Lounge.